Halo is 23 years old, and back in May, I played it for the first time by beating every FPS campaign on heroic difficulty. I wanted more, so I started playing multiplayer Infinite, and turns out I'm severely skill-issued. And I still wanted to play more Halo, so I went back to my favorite campaign, Halo Reach, and decided to get some of the harder achievements, starting with Keep Your Foot on the Pedrogus, which you get for beating all legendary campaign missions in under 3 hours. Should be pretty easy, right? Mission 1, Winter Contingency, starts with us literally running past every firefight, and then we grab this plasma pistol, which we then use to EMP this Falcon, which we can hijack. And then after we hijack it, we fly it over to this Spirit dropship, which then pushes us out of bounds so that we can move on to the next section without having to do all the other firefights. We use the chain gun to kill these guys, we have a short holdout section, and then we fight some other elites in the middle of a darkened alley.
And I'm the last cop you're ever gonna want to mess with in a darkened alley. A dark alley.
Then we hit this button and end the level in 11 minutes 34 seconds. Got a lot of room to improve here. Mission 2 is Oni Sword Base, and this one took me a long time to get used to running. We start with this courtyard clear, which is actually a lot of fun once you get used to it. It's kind of chaotic at first, and you can die pretty easily. But after we take care of these guys, we go outside, hijack this ghost, call in an airstrike on these guys, and then hit this button through the wall. Strange thing, you can hit buttons through walls. Then somehow we manage to not die to this ghost, I don't know how, hit this button through the wall, and then we go over here and hit this other button. You can also hit it through the wall, but I haven't figured that out yet. And then somehow we survive, I don't know how. Next coming up, there's a trick called Hunter Skip, but I'm not able to do that. And let me tell you, in this game, I have a few things to say about hunters.
I'm an uptight buster! You old horny slut!
Well, no one's gonna top that.
So yeah, but eventually we are able to take them out with grenades and rockets, and then we go in the elevator, and Cat is possessed and needs an exorcism. Then we go on this ledge here, which actually does something really cool. It skips triggers that spawn in enemies on the upper levels, and that's a trick we're going to be using a lot throughout these missions. Then once we get up to the top, we rocket some Banshees, some Elites, and this Phantom, and finish in 9 minutes, 50 seconds, putting our total time to 21 minutes, 24 seconds. Nightfall is supposed to be the slow stealth mission, which generally I love, but here we're literally going to run past everything. Occasionally backsmacking some guys. Here we try to run through, but we die because legendary, but we get it on the second attempt by throwing some extra distraction grenades. And then we run past this militia that needs our help, we don't care, jump in a forklift which lets us clip past this gate into the final area and skip spawn triggers again. So we literally just run to the end, and we finish in 4 minutes 56 seconds, putting our total time to 26 minutes 20 seconds. Mission 4 drops us right into the action where we have to destroy these turrets, and then we get a Puma dropped off and we can drive away and use its missiles to destroy this anti-air gun. Then in this next section, we do some platforming to avoid more enemy spawn triggers. Luckily, I am very good at platformers. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me, camera. No! Then we destroy the second anti-air gun, and then we have to fight some enemies, clean them up. Unfortunately, there are a couple of hunters, and you know how I feel about hunters.
You old horny slut!
And then we take a short air ride where we definitely can't die, and then drive to the spire, go up, try to backsmack this elite. For some reason, he doesn't see where we are, but we can still kill him, mop up the rest, and then we finish the mission in 12 minutes, 24 seconds, putting our total time to 38 minutes, 44 seconds. Next up is Long Night of Solace, a level that definitely didn't cause any frustration during my casual playthrough, but we storm the beach, and then we get in our spacecraft, and we fly up, and let me tell you, this section is something else. On the Master Chief Collection, apparently the AI is messed up, and you can just die pretty quickly. Here you see that happening a couple of times. Then I decided to just hide behind the space station and let my comrades take care of it. Turns out not dying is faster than dying. Occasionally poke my head out and take care of a few enemy fighters. do the old Jaws shark from below to take care of these phantoms. Then we got this section where we take out these engines, swoop down here, get a quick little multi-kill on these Banshees before they launch, then take out the rest of the engines. And actually, I found that just flying around the center of this Corvette, nothing would target me. It took a little bit longer than it would have maybe otherwise, but we get on the ship, we sword these guys. It's actually really easy and a lot faster to sword them. I was surprised. I thought I was going to die a lot trying this. Then we grab a needle rifle. We try to give a plasma rifle to this guy. Just take it. Dude, I'm trying to help you. Just take the damn plasma rifle. And then we clear out this hangar. Luckily, I brought a sniper rifle so we can take out the elites a bit more quickly. Very highly recommend doing that. And then, yeah, this was one of the parts that actually gave me trouble during my casual playthrough, but we did it pretty quickly. We go through this hallway, backsmack some guys, clear out this bridge section, and then we go back to the hangar, and again, another section that really caused me trouble in my casual playthrough, so this time I just hid in the Pelican and shot things with the turret. It's a lot of fun, and you're invincible while you're in here, but I got bored after a while, so I hopped out and took care of some elites. Yeah, and then after we mop them all up, we are able to finish the mission in 37 minutes, 33 seconds, putting our total time to 1 hour, 16 minutes, 17 seconds. Mission 6 starts with some explodey grunts, and then we get to fight brutes for the first time in the game, which is actually a welcome change from elites. We grab a sniper, do some sniping, and boom, headshot. And then we click this elevator button, and then we click the button inside the elevator from outside, which is another cool trick. After we clean up all these enemies, we will actually get teleported directly into the elevator. Very small time save, but very cool. Then we do some more platforming. Luckily, I am very good at platforming. No! Then we clear out this landing pad with a bunch of rockets. Bye-bye, Hammer Boy. Then we kill this Marine to take his spot on the Falcon. We get another auto-scroller where you definitely can't die. And then we have to turn on these AA guns, and this was the hard part of the mission for me. I can't tell you how many resets I had here. We just have so many different factors. The brutes can kill you, the wraith can kill you, and then shout out to Too Easy for showing how to get a good checkpoint over here before this last button. But yeah, we just fly up and hit this last button, and oh no, we're dead. Okay, it's alright, we just fly up, we hit this button, no, sorry, dead again. Wow. The brutes are literally just throwing their entire army at us, and yeah, this is probably one of the most frustrating sections of the game, at least for me, but eventually we get in there, we hit the button, somehow we get out, and we do it in 23 minutes, 17 seconds, putting our grand total to 1 hour, 39 minutes, 34 seconds. New Alexandria has 3 main objectives that are assigned in a random order. I reset until I got the hospital first, because for the hospital, we EMP this Banshee in order to hijack it, we punch off its wings, and then we use it to fly through the top part of the hospital. This lets us go fast, it lets us skip a bunch of enemy fights, and per usual, it skips some spawn triggers that would spawn in the enemies that would normally be down in this bottom section. But then we overload this jammer, we hop back in the Banshee, we haul ass back to where we came from, and this is a really cool glitch because when you hop out, you actually get teleported back up to the hospital landing pad. Or you could just get soft locked in the clouds. Yeah, that's a thing that can happen. You also get randomly assigned side objectives between the main objectives, and in this case I was getting harassed by a bunch of Banshees and I didn't do a good job of clearing them out, so I died a lot here when I really didn't have to, but we eventually got this, completed the side objective. The next objective is in the club, and there are hunters here, you know how I feel.
You old horny slut!
Luckily, I had a jetpack from my backup strat for the hospital, so we just fly over them. And if you have sprint, then you can literally just run past the hunters. It's actually not too bad in this level. But then we get out of the nightclub, we do another side objective, then we go straight to our third objective, we fly in through the back of the building, skipping a lot of enemies, then we go up this elevator, we deactivate this thing, we run through here, back to the elevator, and then we go down, hop back in our Falcon, and then clear out a shade turret or two, and then we can land at the Oni building, which puts us in for a finish at 21 minutes, 23 seconds, putting our grand total up to 2 hours, 57 seconds. Mission 8, the package, starts with us hijacking this ghost if it spawns in on the right. If it doesn't, we have to restart because we're screwed. Then we use it to boost past these guys, otherwise we're dead, and then we get up here to this tank, and then we can do tank things like destroying these AA guns. Then we hijack this handy little Revenant here, which we're going to use to boost past a lot of other enemies that we would otherwise have to fight. Then we kill some dudes indoors. Then we go down to the Glacier section. We start by hijacking this Banshee, or, just getting splattered. So we hijack this Banshee, and then use that to take out a bunch of enemies from above. It's actually very helpful. And then once the Wraith gets dropped off, we're going to hijack that and use it instead. This is easily my least optimized level. Speedrunners do this much faster, but here we can take out some Phantoms before they actually drop their troops. And then this Phantom, once it spawns in, is the last Phantom that you have to take out. Once you take out it and all the enemies from it, the mission is basically over. You just have to get over to this button here, you click it, finishing the mission in 29 minutes 38 seconds, which puts our total time up to 2 hours 30 minutes 35 seconds. Pillar of Autumn is the final level in Halo Reach, and it's the one that I had the most fun learning. First, we run up and we try to backsmack this elite. He's dancing with us a bit, but we finally get him, and we grab his concussion rifle. That is a very important weapon. We're going to need it later. Then we grab some rockets, we hop on this mongoose, and we floor it. We run past everything because ain't nobody got time for that. We do a little bit of platforming, which lets us skip a whole big section of enemies. We rocket these guys so that we can pick up a needle rifle, and then we use our concussion rifle we picked up to do a trick jump. Now, this jump is very important because it lets us skip another spawn trigger that would normally spawn in all the enemies in these caves. That doesn't happen now, so we just run past everything. Then, once we get through those caves, we run through this whole section and hope that we don't die. It came very close there. Then we do another concussion rifle jump up here, which actually lets us skip another spawn trigger, this time for hunters. And you know how I feel about hunters.
You old horny slut!
But then we get in here, we clear out some of these guys, including this very stupid elite. Then we get back to the final area and we do this concussion rifle jump to get up to the MAC cannon earlier. Unfortunately, I did not get up here early enough to take out all of the dropships, but that's why we have the needle rifle. We're able to pick off these guys from a distance, take out the jackals, take out the grunts, and then these brutes are being very annoying with all their dodging, rolling, armor locking, but we kill them all eventually. And then when you kill enough, more dropships come in, which we are able to destroy. Then we spawn kill a bunch of these guys, which brings in the next wave. We can kill both of these. Then we jump down, we noob combo some of these brute chieftains. We got the hammer guy here, he armor locked on us, but we got him. And then I have no idea how I managed to dodge that fuel rod shot, but we got this guy. Then we run over, we grab a sniper rifle, and we go meet Keys, and we quickly skip through a cutscene. Then we pick off a couple of grunts, we do that concussion rifle jump again, which lets us skip all of the elites inside. Then we just wait at the bottom of the stairs until Keys tells us to destroy the carrier, and we finish this level in 19 minutes 15 seconds, which puts our grand total up to 2 hours 49 minutes 50 seconds. I had so much fun playing this game. I really want to learn the actual speed run now, but unfortunately the next thing I'm doing is Lasso. So pray for me, y'all. I'm gonna need it.